In a recent issue of Foley Is Pod, Mick Foley talked about how important momentum is in wrestling, and that it's time for Cody Rhodes to win in his WrestleMania match against Roman Reigns. Foley spoke of Lex Luger's infamous failure to win the WWF title at SummerSlam in the 90s, which led to Luger being stigmatized as a choker. Read on for the highlights how his failure to win the championship at SummerSlam hurt Lex Luger. I think that's very important. Should we put Lex Luger's comment in context? This is James before SummerSlam, where Lex was heavy and very well built. Lex Express, slap on the USS Intrepid. I wouldn't go so far as to say it turned out like that, but it never regained that momentum. On Cody's need to win at WrestleMania, this is invaluable. In many ways, being successful in WWE is an exercise in keeping your head above water all the time. But in some ways, just surviving isn't enough. There's a moment in time that if they don't do the right thing, you may never come back. On wrestlers who need constant improvement, it's constantly swinging, improving. As long as we go with the ocean motif, you don't want to get caught up in the waves of change. I think that's one of those things you see when men stick to slogans for too long. I said last week, the secret is that the audience needs some tweaking. And then you know, oh, we're going to completely overhaul this character, maybe make it a different character because that character is. On getting the most out of your angles, it's really hard work, but also understanding that this is a marathon, not a sprint. So, if you're in a non-ideal marriage to one of the other wrestlers, it's okay. You do your best anyway. And then move on to a marriage that might make more sense. So as long as you get the most out of each marriage, I don't think there's anything wrong with moving up and down the card. My goal has always been that the man I wrestled with was better off after the angle and match streaks were over. No matter how much water you walk and keep your head above water, you need a WWE rescue every once in a while. If you are using any of the above excerpts, please cite Foley Is Pod HT 411 Mania for the transcript.